Hey guys, back with another SuperCoach video, and what a fall it was from last week after scoring 2,405, my best ever score, first ever 2,400 score. This week it's back down to earth, scoring 2,128. Somehow moved up the rankings, which shows how bad of a week it was for the majority, but I'm still sitting outside the top 10,000, so hopefully throughout the buys I can move inside the top 10k. And as for league matchups, I won 4 out of 6 after last week scoring my best ever score and only winning 2 out of 6 matchups. So again, just shows how rough of a week it was for most people. And as for my league matchups, I beat Braden in my own league comfortably, and in Shorty Supercoach League, I beat Shorty himself by 95, sitting at third there, and second in my own league, so I'm in a good spot there. And yeah, it was a pretty big win against Shorty, considering that if I lost, I'd be tied with a bunch of people from, I think, 5th to 10th, somewhere around that. So yeah, it was a big win to be a game ahead of those guys. So let's move on to the team. A lot of primos didn't fire, contributing to a really bad week. Laird and Sicily in defense, the only ones that ton, so they were good. Savage was alright. Simpson, okay, but obviously with like Moran and Hurley and Euro weren't great. Hurley got moved forward in the fourth quarter, so I didn't help him at all. He had a good first half, but yeah, as Richmond controlled the game, yeah, it was rough for all Essendon players really, and Euro got tagged, so yeah, not great. And on the bench, Richards and Rice were good. In the midfield, Nat Fyfe, just an off day for him. Tom Mitchell, really good. Kinda expected more, to be honest, after he got 99 in the first half. Plus, it was a close game, so I'm a little disappointed that he only pumped out a 36-point second half, but still, you take a 135 every day of the week. Paddy Dangerfield is okay. Paddy Cripps, I think he's feeling the fatigue of carrying the Blues throughout the season, and it's definitely good timing that Carlton have the bye right now. He definitely needs a rest. Clayton Oliver was really good after a slow start. Toby McLean, pretty much the opposite of Oliver, had a really, really good start and just fell off from the second and fourth quarters. Don't know what happened, but yeah, it probably has to do more of Melbourne dominating the game than anything else. Dusty, again, just seems like he's cruising, and Walters was alright. And Nick Holman on the bench, really good. Spargo, oh, that's shocking. And yeah, I think he's got to go. And Ed Phillips was alright. In the Rucks, Gorn, really good once again. Took his 139, doubled it. So I got that 278 guaranteed there. And Toby Nankervis, would have liked to have seen at least a ton from him. He was at, I think, 88 at three-quarter time. So yeah, it's disappointing that he didn't really fire in the fourth quarter. But then again, Richmond are dominating, and I guess you can understand why he didn't really need to go all in the fourth quarter. So yeah, disappointing he didn't ton, but he was still good. And in the forward line, Heaney was good. Dev Smith, I think he had 52 more Dream Team points than his Supercoach, so he pumped out a 129. And I think it would be more to do with Smith contributing in junk time and anything rather than when the game was still there to be won. So yeah, disappointing. 52-point difference is a bit shocking, to be honest, but he's got to move on from that. Bailey Fritsch, really good, and he's messed with my trade plans a little bit. I was planning to trade him out at his bye, but he's been so good in his new role that I don't know what to do with him. He's looking like a keeper, to be honest, but then again, Melbourne are in really good form, so I guess we'll have to see when he takes on a tougher side, I guess. So we'll see what happens, but right now, it just seems like I've got to hold on to Fritsch. Petrarca was good, Ronk, okay, and Tim Smith, just like Spargo, are absolutely shocking. Yeah, just like last week and many weeks before, I can never get the on-field rookie decision right. Last week it was Langdon on field, lost 56 points and cost me 3 league wins. And this week it was fielding Smith over either Guelph or Langdon, and it cost me a league win and 62 points max there. It's just been that sort of season. Haven't been able to get any of my on-field rookie decisions right. So yeah, just very disappointing. He got injured a couple times throughout the game, I think, so that definitely didn't help his cause. But still, at 26, just oh man, I'm very disappointed. But yeah, on the bench, Guelphy and Langdon scored really well. I'm glad I kept Langdon and didn't trade him out instead of Murphy. I don't know what Murphy got, but I think it was less than 30 as well. So I'm glad I dodged that bullet and traded him out instead. But yeah, that will do it for the team. Let's just change things up for the bye rounds. Richards won't play. Rice will be on. And Mitchell, Cripps, McLean are all on my mid bench. And Malengo doesn't need to be captain anymore. As for vice captain and captain, this is tough, but I'll go with Danger Vice against North Melbourne. I feel like if Jacobs is going to go to anyone, it will be Joel Selwood. And I think Fife will bounce back at home. I'll probably do trades now and then see if I have to make any more subs. So, let's move on to that. The two trades I have at the moment that I think have worked out, actually, it involved moving Heaney into the midfield. So that forward line looks pretty empty right now. But that's because Walters, Heaney and McLean are all in my mids at the moment. But yeah, it involved Spargo out. And it's tough because there's a lot of rookies here. Langdon was the guy to go, but he pumped out an 88 and he's now good for another round or two. So he's not going this week. And yeah, a lot of these rookies, like Phillips, has still got cash to make. Same with Holman. Same with Richards. Yeah, I could go Richards out, but he's still got that 102. He's rolling 3 games, so I don't know. But Rucks break-evens are 58. And at the moment, out of all these rookies that I have, other than Spargo, of course, who's being traded out, it seems like Ronk's the one that has to go. Fritsch is scoring extremely well. And yeah, everyone else has still got some cash to make. Yeah, you could make the case with a Richards because it's his buy. But yeah, the current trades I have in mind just fit with Ronk being out. So what I'll do for now, it's only Monday, so of course I can reverse and change my mind at some point. I'm not going to make the third trade. I'm just going to go a double downgrade this week. And I had Sicily in the forward line. In the team comes Logan Austin, who scored really well. Couple games averaging 99. The other one is Jermaine Jones. He hasn't scored as well, only averaging the 53, but there are a couple of good rookies to come in the near future in Paul Ahern and Brody Myercheck. So I can wait on those guys, trade them in round 14, round 13. I know they both have the buy in round 13, but I don't know. I'll see where I'm at after these trades. So here's the team. 10 trades left, so not great in the trades department, only 10 left, but I think I'm in a better situation than last year, and I've got some good cash in the bank, 452k, sub Sicily off, put Langdon on field, Jones on the bench. I'll probably loop Jones and Smith, or, oh, that's going to be tough. I don't know, we'll have to see on that one, but I'll probably end up looping Jones and Smith, seeing how they go. Knowing me, if Jones scores a decent amount and I take Smith off, put him on the bench, Smith will get 90, and I'll be very pissed off once again that I couldn't get the on-field rookie decision right. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, 21 playing this week. I'm in a good spot for round 13. So I guess what I can do to make sure this video isn't too long is I'll just sub all the players on the field and then show you guys what my team could potentially look like in the next couple of bye rounds. It also helps me see where I'm at to see if I'm absolutely screwed or not. We'll move on to the potential round 13 team. So this is what the round 13 team could potentially look like. Obviously, vice captain, I have no idea at this point, so I've just left it at what I'll have for this week. But yeah, I'll have 6 in defense. I'll have a full 8 in the midfield, that's 14, and I got 16 there, and then here it would be 19. So as long as I have at least 18, that's good. So yeah, I'm in a good spot there, and I can make it 20 if I downgrade someone to a Hearn. I know he has the bye that week, but what I imagine is that I can bring in a Hearn in the forward line probably, and then sub him for McLean. So McLean will move into the forward line, give me an extra player, and then Ahern can move to the bench for Phillips. So that would be 20. And then I'll have, of course, 2 of the worst scorers going out. So I think I'm in a pretty good situation there. Let's move on to the round 14 team. I'm not expecting this to be very good. So here it is, the potential round 14 team, and yeah, the blue dots. The blue dots kind of throw it off a little bit, but yeah, it's not looking great. We've already got Laird and Savage out, Danger and Fife out, so that's already 4. And then we've got Nankervis, but he'll become Grundy that week, so that's 4 out, but the forward line is all good. So thank goodness I've got 18 for that week. That's all I want for the round 14 disaster round. And yeah, Hearn should come in as well, so I can put him in the line that he needs to be in. So he's a mid forward, so I can make that adjustment, and that could most likely make it 19. So I think I'm actually in a pretty good spot. So yeah, as long as I have 18 each week, I'll be fine. I've got 21 this week, I've got 20 next week, and 19 in round 14. So yeah, I think I'm alright at this point. So we're back to normal with the 21 players playing this week. That's good. So I think the last thing I want to talk about is the potential trades I could be making in the next couple of weeks. Because of course I've shown you my potential teams for round 13, 14, but that's without the trades that I'd be making in or before those weeks. So for round 13, I've talked about bringing in Ahern, even though he has his bye, because it does help make mid-forward subs if I need to do that. And as for the other trade, it would be a rookie who has the round 13 bye for a mid-premium who just had their bye. So someone from Carlton, Hawthorn, West Coast, or the Western Bulldogs. There aren't any other mid-premiums other than Mitchell from Hawthorn I'm interested in, so that's pretty much off the list. For West Coast, there's Andrew Gaff, where he does play a very uncontested style of footy. Carlton, of course, there's Paddy Cripps, a lot of people have him. Ed Kerner is another one. He's averaging 114. He's been very consistent throughout. His lowest score is, I think, an 86. So, yeah, he's a very good option, actually. Let me see where he's at right now. Ed Kerner at 569k. Yeah, averaging 114, low score of 86, high score of 148. Just under 4,000 teams. I don't know what percentage that would be, but that's a very good pod right there. For the Bulldogs, of course, there's Jack McRae, who's been unbelievable so far this season. I've kind of cooled off him as of late. I think with the Dogs struggling a little bit, his scores haven't translated as well as they would have before. I know they struggled against Adelaide and he still pumped out a 177, but as of late, tough loss to Collingwood. I only got the 102, tough loss to Melbourne, I only got the 105, and I don't think it's worth paying the 700k to get him when there's value picks elsewhere, like Kerner. So, I don't know, I might just have to skip McRae altogether. Of course, there's Bontempelli as well for the Dogs, and yeah, I'm not too interested in getting the Bont. Plays a little too much forward for my liking, but yeah, I'll have to see where my mindset's at in round 13, because right now I'm just not sure about bringing in McRae anymore, and I just feel like I can save over 100k if I bring in someone like Kerner or Gaff. I'll have to see what I'm thinking by round 13, but for round 14, I think I've got 3 trades, 3 Pies players in. I do. That's Myercheck, Treloar, and Grundy. For the majority of my remaining upgrades, I'd want pods. I know McRae and Grundy aren't pods, but I'm not guaranteed to bring in McRae, so If I don't bring him in, it will probably be Kerno. He seems like the guy to bring in as a pod. And Grundy, obviously not a pod, but he looks like the must-have ruck other than Gorn. So it's just good timing to trade in Grundy with Nankervis having his bye and Grundy who would have just had his bye at the time. So yeah, good timing there. And if I trade in someone like Kerno instead of McRae, it'll probably save me around 130k, and it'll leave me less stressed out as to whether I'd have enough cash to go a rookie to Trelaw and then Curvis to Grundy that week, because I'll have an extra 130k to spend, and I should be fine in terms of those two upgrades. And then after the buys, I can assess where the team's at and see where I have to go from there. I think I'll have one rookie left, plus Petrarca. I think the one rookie would be Fritsch. I was just about to end the video, but there's been news that Fife has been offered a week. So, gotta look for a new captain now. And I would be, at the moment, it would be either Oliver, Laird, or Gorn. I'm leaning towards Oliver right now. I'll keep it on him for now. I've got plenty of time to decide. Gorn's up against Grundy. So that might be a little tough for him, but it'll be very, very interesting battle between the top two Rucks and of course Laird against Freo. We'll see what happens. I'll make up my mind between those three at some point, but right now I'll be on Oliver. That will do it for the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.